Before you spend a single dollar on a motorhome, you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. Because once you buy the wrong motorhome, the regret hits hard. Not after a month, not after a week, sometimes on the very first trip. And I've seen it happen to countless people. Today, I'm going to show you the real experience, the real problems, the real value, and the things no dealership, no influencer, and definitely no advertisement is going to tell you. So before you commit to the biggest purchase of your travel life, watch this review until the end. Let's start with the first thing that tricks almost everyone: the exterior design. Motorhomes today look sleek, modern, and almost luxurious at first glance. Clean lines, glossy surfaces, large windows, LED accents. But here's the truth: what you see from the outside tells you almost nothing about how it performs on the road or how it feels to live in. What matters most is the build quality underneath the beauty: materials, insulation, frame durability, and layout smartness. So when you step into a dealership and feel impressed, remember, you're admiring the shell, not the substance. Now let's go inside, because this is where people fall in love too fast. Manufacturers know that if the interior looks like a cozy tiny home, buyers instantly imagine themselves on scenic trips. Comfortable seating, soft lighting, stylish cabinets, it's all part of the psychological strategy. But you need to look beyond the visuals. How durable are those cabinets? Do the hinges feel solid, or do they squeak when you test them? Is the flooring real composite, or is it cheap laminate that will peel in a year? Many motorhomes sacrifice durability for aesthetics just to impress you for the first 48 hours. The next mistake most buyers make is not testing the space properly. Let me explain. Don't just walk inside and say, "Wow, this is roomy." Actually use the space. Sit where you'll be sitting. Imagine cooking. Try opening cabinets while another person stands near the sink. Try walking around the bed. Try stepping into the shower. A motorhome that looks large can suddenly feel very small when you actually use every function. This is why so many owners say, "It looked big in the showroom, but it feels cramped when we travel." One of the biggest things people ignore is storage. And trust me, lack of storage will ruin your trips faster than anything else. You need space for clothes, tools, camping chairs, emergency gear, water hoses, food, cookware, electronics, you name it. Check every drawer, every cabinet, every exterior compartment. Ask yourself, could you comfortably travel for a week with the kind of space this motorhome gives you? And if you're planning long-term travel, double that question. Next, the kitchen. It's often the heart of the motorhome, but also the most misleading area. A motorhome kitchen can look high-end with shiny appliances, but functionality matters more. How much counter space do you have? Can you actually cook a meal? Or will you be bumping elbows with the fridge door? Are the burners strong enough? Is the ventilation any good? Or will all the smoke stay inside? What about the refrigerator size? Will it fit real groceries or only small items? Speaking of important spaces, let's talk about the bathroom. This is where disappointment is almost guaranteed if you don't check it thoroughly. Try sitting on the toilet. Does your knee hit the wall? Can you lift your elbows in the shower, or is it a tight plastic box? Check the water pressure if possible. Look at the tank sizes. If you plan to camp without hookups, tiny tanks will force you to constantly refill and empty, which becomes exhausting extremely fast. Now, let's talk about the bedroom, because your comfort depends heavily on it. Many motorhome mattresses look good but feel terrible. Thin cushioning, awkward seams, and cheap foam are extremely common. Also check the airflow around the sleeping area. Poor ventilation makes sleeping uncomfortable, especially in warm weather. And make sure you test the noise. Does the AC sound loud? Does the fridge hum all night? These things matter more than you can imagine. Alright, now let's get to the part nobody likes talking about: driving. The driving experience is one of the most important parts of a motorhome purchase, yet most people spend only 5 minutes behind the wheel before making a decision. You need to know how it feels at different speeds. Does it shake? Does the steering feel loose? How loud is the engine? Does it handle bumps smoothly, or does the whole body rattle? On long road trips, small driving discomfort becomes a huge annoyance. Speaking of rattling, that brings us to build quality. You must check how solid everything feels. Open the cabinets, slide the drawers, look underneath the bed frame. Cheaper motorhomes save money by cutting corners inside, not outside. But you will feel those corners on every trip. Loose fittings, weak hinges, plastic latches. All of these may break after a few uses, especially on rough roads. One major topic buyers rarely consider is insulation. Good insulation keeps you cool in summer, warm in winter, and reduces noise. Poor insulation leads to endless frustration, high electricity usage, and uncomfortable nights. Ask what materials were used. Ask if the roof is single layer or multi-layer. Ask if the windows are insulated or just decorative. These details matter more than the color of the furniture. Another major factor is tank capacity. Fresh water, gray water, black water. Every tank affects how long you can stay off-grid. Many motorhomes with beautiful interiors have extremely small tank sizes. This forces you to stop for refills constantly. If you want freedom, look for larger tanks. Let's now talk about technology. Modern motorhomes come with digital panels, touchscreens, and automated systems. They look impressive but can become frustrating. Touch panels can freeze, sensors can fail, and automatic leveling systems can glitch. Before buying, test everything. Turn on all the lights. Connect the Bluetooth. Try the backup camera. Run the heater. Smart features are amazing when they work, but a nightmare when they don't. Now here comes something that surprises every first-time buyer: weight and towing capacity. Motorhomes look strong, but not all can carry heavy loads. If you overload even by a little, it becomes unsafe. Always check the payload capacity, how much weight you can carry legally. Also check the towing capacity if you plan to pull a trailer or car. One thing you absolutely must check is air circulation. Motorhomes get hot fast, very hot. You need good windows, good fans, and good ventilation. If not, expect uncomfortable nights, aggressive humidity, and bad odors. Another issue most people learn too late: maintenance access. Can you reach the battery easily? Can you access the water pump without dismantling half the interior? Can you change the filter without hassle? Bad internal design increases repair costs dramatically. Let's talk about costs now. Motorhomes are expensive, very expensive. But your goal isn't to buy the most expensive one. Your goal is to buy the one that gives you the best long-term value. Sometimes the cheaper motorhome is actually better for your lifestyle. Sometimes the expensive one is overpriced for what it delivers. What matters is matching your needs, your travel plans, and your comfort level. Another thing you need to consider is resale value. Some brands hold their value extremely well. Others lose almost half their worth in 2 years. If you care about money, research brand reputation and resale trends. Let's cover something you might not think about: repairs. Motorhomes need maintenance. Things break, parts wear out, cabinets loosen, electronics fail. Make sure the brand you choose has good parts availability. Some companies take weeks to provide a simple replacement part, which means your motorhome sits unused. Now let's talk about lifestyle. Motorhome life is not just driving and relaxing. It's managing water, electricity, fuel, weight, and space. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Before buying, ask yourself, what kind of traveler are you? Do you prefer campsites with hookups? Or do you want remote camping? Do you travel alone or with family? Are you planning weekend trips or long-term living? Your answers decide which motorhome fits you. One thing I highly recommend is renting a motorhome before buying one. Use it for a weekend. Live in it, drive it, cook in it. You will learn more from 48 hours of real experience than from 20 hours of watching reviews. Now that we've covered practical things, let's talk about the emotional trap. Motorhome shopping feels exciting. You imagine the freedom, the trips, the memories, and this emotional excitement makes people ignore red flags. Slow down. Think logically. Make decisions based on your actual travel plans, not your temporary excitement. Let's also talk about dealerships. Some give honest advice. Many don't. Some will push you toward the most expensive model. Others will hide flaws by highlighting irrelevant features. Always do your own research before walking into a dealership. Finally, here's what matters most: testing everything. Every window, every drawer, every switch, every light, every door, every vent, every lock, every hinge, every appliance. If something feels cheap, it probably is, and cheap parts break fast. Now, before I wrap up, here's the biggest tip of all. Choose a motorhome that makes you feel comfortable, confident, and happy. Not overwhelmed, not concerned, not doubtful. If something feels off during the inspection, listen to that feeling. If you want more brutally honest motorhome reviews, real tests, and no sugarcoating, make sure you follow and subscribe. And if this video helped you, hit the like button and share it with someone who is planning to buy a motorhome. Your support helps me bring honest, unbiased content without sponsorship pressure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next detailed review.